going on YouTube? Welcome back to Fighting Fire with Fire, the AJ Rowe Show. Excuse me. This is our NFL preview, our final part where I show you my picks for the entire NFL season, but we're going to start with a little detour because of today's top story, or rather last night's top story. I found out while listening to late night sports talk radio last night that Darrelle Revis has come to terms with the Jets and he's going to be ready for the season opener. I'm not sure how in shape he is because he hasn't, been a part of preseason or training camp or anything like that, but I have no doubt in my mind that he's still going to be, the best cornerback in the league. So it gives the Jets a little boost. I'm still picking the Patriots to win the division. It doesn't affect my picks at all, but it's a big motivator for the Jets now that Darrelle Revis is back on the team. Anyway, my NFL picks for the season, we're going to run down first the AFC and then the NFC, who I think the seeds will be 1 to 6, and then who I think is going to win each of the playoff games. So the Colts are going to get the number 1 seed in the AFC, followed by the Ravens at number 2, the Patriots at number 3, and the Chargers at number 4. Those are your 4 division winners. The 2 wildcard spots are going to go to the Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets at the 5 seed, the Steelers at the 6 seed. So that means that the playoff matchups are thus. The Patriots face off against the Steelers. The Chargers face off against the Jets. I've got the Jets beating the Chargers again, and I've got the Patriots beating the Steelers. So I've got the Jets beating the Chargers in Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego, and I've got the Patriots victorious in Foxborough. The Patriots then have a rematch with the Ravens, which I think it's going to end up like last year. I think the Ravens are too good this year, and I think they're going to beat them. The Colts are going to have to face the Jets, another rematch from last year, the rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, and the Colts are going to be victorious. They're going to beat the Jets and move on to the AFC Championship game, so now he's got a great AFC Championship game, Ravens-Colts. Pretty much the 2 teams that everybody's picking to come out of the AFC. I've got the Colts because I think in the NFL today you need an elite quarterback to go to and win the Super Bowl, and I don't think Joe Flacco's an elite quarterback. That's what it comes down to for me. So the Colts are your AFC representative in the Super Bowl. In the NFC, the number 1 seed is going to be the Nolans Saints for the 2nd year in a row. Your 2 seed is going to go to the Packers, your 3 seed is going to go to the Cowboys, and your 4th seed is going to go to the 49ers. So those are your 4 division winners. The 2 wildcard spots go to the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. The Vikings being the 5 seed and the Falcons being the 6 seed. The Cowboys and Falcons are going to face off in the 3-6 matchup, and the 49ers and Vikings are going to face off in the 4-5 matchup. Just like with the AFC, I've got the 5 beating the 4, Minnesota going on the road and beating the 49ers, and then I've got the Cowboys winning at home against the 6-seed Falcons. That means that the Cowboys and Packers face off in a very entertaining 2-3 game, and the Saints and Vikings have a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. So it's almost a mirror image, the AFC and NFC playoffs, how they're forming out. And I've got the Saints beating the Vikings again in the Superdome, and I've got, the Packers beating the Cowboys at Lambeau, setting up the Saints and Packers in the NFC Championship game in the Superdome. And I think the Packers go into the Superdome and beat the New Orleans Saints to be your NFC representative in the Super Bowl. So now we've got the Colts and Packers in the Super Bowl, and I've got the Colts coming up victorious, which is almost unprecedented. I'm pretty sure the amount of times that the Super Bowl loser has come back to win the Super Bowl is, I don't know if it's ever happened, and if it's happened, it's only happened once or twice in the 45-year history of the Super Bowl. But I've got the Colts winning the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning's your MVP. It's going to be a very good game. My prediction for the score is 41-31, Colts over Packers. And there you have it. Those are my predictions. Thank you for watching the NFL preview of Fighting Fire with Fire, the AJ Rowe Show. Starting tomorrow, we're going to get into some major sports headlines of each day. NBA, MLB, the pennant races, the Padres having lost 10 in a row, stuff like that. But for now, I'll see you later, YouTube.